got no money for you. I learn how to trap. I can show you. Yeah. Ooh. Ayy, if that bitch fine, then that bitch mine. Really ain't wasting no time. Really gotta go and get a dime. Get the pack kit, flip it outside. March I can show you how to grind. Pull one for my dead homies. Lot of money, put a whole pine. Wanna learn how to try right? I can teach you how to try right.
We are here on another episode of Address It. We doing a little different today. We live on location, biggest mall in America, Mall of America. We in store with Mr. Buddah Blessed. Too blessed to be stressed, man. How you doing?
Let's get it. I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm well, man. I was excited about this one, though. This is my first. I did some off-sites, but this first one, like, in store, you know, it's, I'm excited about this one. Beautiful establishment, you know. Just had a grand opening, right?
Yeah, we just opened March 17th
Okay.
in this location. But we reopened. We was down in the community commons part of the mall since April 2021.
Okay.
April 1st.
Well, for those that don't know, though, Buddah Blessed, man, he a real industry vet. Like, you artist, management, you know, promotions, fashion. He done did it all, you know, got a little knowledge in it all. But I want to start with the artist, though, you know?
Yeah.
How was your artist? Like, you know, when were you an artist and when did you stop?
Oh, man, I started my rapping and entertainment journey probably at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12. I was living in Chicago, Inglewood. And it just started out as a little hobby. We just started, you know, doing it. And, you know, anything you keep doing and stay consistent, that you get better. And I just got better and just rolled it out.
Mm. But I mean, when did you stop though? Like,
oh man, I probably stopped in like 2016 or something. I think the last joint I dropped was some shit with Allen Kingdom and King Louis or something like that. A little single. I was working on the album then. I just stepped back from it and, you know, said, you know, that's when I ended up building out a studio with my Minneapolis location, the Levels, Minneapolis. And I think that's when I stopped. I just said, fuck it, you know, and just went and got an artist.
What, just change your heart or what?
It won't really change your heart. It was a change of art. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get into different stuff, and I've always been trying to just help people. So I just decided, I'm like, you know, I'm ready to put the knowledge and experience I learned into an artist and I'd rather see them succeed and get up out of there. Their success is my success, you know?
Yeah. So was it an easy transition from an artist to a management?
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy because when I was an artist, I was basically managing myself, you know what I'm saying? I used to say other people was my manager just to say that I had one because you're supposed to look the part, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really managing, but I just say, this my manager, my brother my manager, my cousin my manager. You know how the game go.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Is management necessary, though, for artists? Like coming up, trying to, you know, should you be looking to have a manager?
I think if you not in position or not knowledgeable enough or know how to, you know, spread yourself thin enough to cover all those areas, definitely. Yeah. I think everybody needs a team, though, no matter what. You know, everybody that's successful got a team around them, even if you see them or if you don't, you know?
Yeah. And what's the role of a management, though? Like, some people think it's a sponsor. Some people think it's... Just talk a little bit about that.
It could be different stuff now, you know what I'm saying? But management do all type of stuff. I'm going to manage... well, first, somebody got to have something to manage. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a talent. You got to have something, bringing something in to when... That's when you need a manager. I'm getting calls. I got shows coming. I got deals coming. I need somebody that can manage all of this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just the role of just knowing how and when and just having the withal to just see stuff through, because a manager ain't supposed to let the artist feel all of that extra stress. I got you. I'm finna manage this. I'm doing this and that, and you worry about the talent. And then supposed to help each other.
You be the star.
Yeah, you be the star, and I'm finna make sure you be the star. I'm gonna keep you shined up. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What about financially, though?
Financially, oh yeah, you definitely gonna kick in. Like, when I picked up an artist, you put your all in. There'd be days where, you know, you spending everything, you know, because now it ain't just you. when you managing the artist, it's like having another kid, really. You know what I mean? If they not financially stable, you know, you got to dress them and make sure, because they represent you, and you got to keep it looking, you know, believable, representable, everything. You got to feed them. You got to get them haircuts and make sure it's a lot, man, you know, but it's a fun journey if you up for it.
For sure. But then promotions, though. So how you know, promotions, so you go manage artists, management, promotion.
Yeah. When I just jumped in promotions, it was just me saying, you know, I'm seeing what's going on. I see the market. You know, I know a lot of the club owners and event center owners and stuff up here. So I was just, you know, opportunities came in, and, you know, I partnered up like with that Lil Wayne joint where we just jumped all in. So I jumped in bad. I had a bad promotional run on the big shows, man. It was a shit show, man, you know. So everybody know about that story with the Lil Wayne not getting in the venue.
So tell us what happened with that. We might have forgot.
Yeah, well, I linked up with my mans from Prime Time. We ended up, you know, Lil Wayne was in that shit with Baby. So he couldn't drop music. So he was able to do the Sorry for the Wait tour where he can do clubs. Mm-hmm. He just couldn't do arenas then, I believe. So we ended up having an opportunity to get him. We jumped on the tour, got him up here. He did show up. You know, there's a lot of controversy saying the Wayne didn't show up. He did show up. He made it to the back of the club, and the owner tried to search him, and it was just turned into some shit, man. Wayne muffed him and, you know, all that, and he ended up leaving.
What club is this?
This club is called The Venue, and I forgot what other names it was ended up being called over the years. But what was it? Karma or some shit like that. It was, you know, the one over on First or Third, one of them.
Okay. So I mean, so the Lil Wayne show, but you know, what some of the big shows you did?
I did the I booked the Lil Wayne joint, me and Prime Time. Then we did the Migos right after, 2 weeks after that. So we already had 3 shows lined up. This was supposed to have been a money grab for us, you know. Right. So after we got all the bad publicity, the news had to report it. I think we lost like $100,000, man. We had to give everybody their money back, you know. So whoever bought tickets for me, I had to make sure they straight. Phones
still pay
blowing
him,
up.
Though.
Still play him, but he did give us our back end back. CJ, I think his name is. He like a Drake assistant. He'd be assistant for Wayne too. He did pull up on us at the W and drop our bag back off after that, but we ain't get that front end back at all, you know. So anyway, we had the Migos come up 2 weeks after that, and it was rained out. Everybody was mad at the club and the club owner, you know, so they weren't fucking with it. And, you know, it was a time, man. So then after that, we at the same club owner's establishment across the street at the Fine Line we did Tink and OG Macko for the freshman college XXL show. And then that was a shit show because everybody didn't want to go, and somebody put hands on the owner out there. Shit, man, it was fun though, you know, but it was unfortunate.
I mean, you say $100K, even though I don't know if it was all your money, but like just talk about like taking them type of losses though. Like,
man, you know, I just learned, you know, this anything that you're doing is just about wins and losses, man. And as easy as you take the win and as graceful as you are, you got to take that loss gracefully as well. You know, that's just something I learned. It's just become a part of your character, just being able to deal with it, you know, over the times and tribulations and trials and all that, man. It hurt. Definitely it hurt. You know, you being there sick, but then you got to get up and keep it moving and say, you know, that gets you more determined and say, all right, this one got to work, you know, so.
That's what I was going to say, like how quick you get back into it after that. Well, you said you had 3 shows set up.
Yeah, I had 3 shows. That wasn't the only show. I think we did Diamond at Aqua, and, you know, we had other little shows like that. What other shit? I can't think of. I used to jump in on shows. I was a silent partner. I was a silent investor in a lot of other shows that came up, too. Yeah. Just was trying to find my way, man, and you know, stay out the streets, you know, make something happen.
So when you, like, booking these type of big artists, like, how does that go? You know, like, a lot of times, you know, they leave an email, or is it just about who you know? And then, like, how does that work?
It's definitely a who you know game, you know, because you can book artists and pay them that front end, And then first off, you got to be a dependable artist because you got to think you spending money on somebody who you never met them, if you never met them. You know what I'm saying? You spending money on that. You don't know what kind of drug addictions they got, what kind of vices they got. So you banking on somebody to get their entourage and everybody got to be in queue and on time to get on the plane. And you know you're going to miss a flight here and there, you know? So if you end up missing that flight, it's all over with, man. It's a lot more down to that day. But it definitely ain't for the weak of heart, man. You got to be ready for that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And then you moved on to fashion after that.
Yeah, I moved on to fashion. I've been into fashion. You know, fashion and entertainment go hand in hand anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I was like 11, 12, you know, my pops used to be in there cutting up shit. And, you know, we used to go down on 63rd and Halsted in Chicago and, you know, get shit airbrushed. That's when airbrush was in. We used to design shit with airbrush, this and that. And, I just ended up taking it more serious, like in, like 2012. And, you know, I had my record label, Lunacy Music and Enterprise. That's what I was doing the promotion under and my music under. Mm-hmm. So I should just do Lunacy clothes and Lunacy music and, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, we got to go back. I forgot. Management, on the management side, you helped get a big deal, though, for artists.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we signed it, man. We kind of did some little Minnesota history, you know, signed the first female rap artist to the most iconic, you know, record label, Def Jam Universal.
Yeah.
So we signed them through Paul Rosenberg. It was NIMIC Revenue. Yeah, got her a deal, got her up out of there. It was a time, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, was it a good deal? Was it a big deal or what?
It was one of the best deals, man. It wasn't no 360. You know, we had a 5-album deal with him. You know, he was really bought in. It just didn't work out right. You know, that's what I said about having a team, not just any team, you know, because there's a lot of teams in the NBA, but only one of them going to win the ring. You know what I'm saying? So I just think our team went all the way in sync, you know, so I ended up stepping down and then they ended up, you know, letting them go.
Def Jam.
Yeah, Def Jam. Yeah, Paul stepped down from Def Jam. I ended up stepping back. This when the pandemic just started hitting, like 2020. You know, it was like, man, look, I got kids. I got a whole lot of other stuff I got to worry about right now.
Yeah.
You know, one shit moving. You know, tours was at a stop. You know, we had fun. We went on the nationwide tour. You know, with Danny Lay and.
But it's Def Jam though. So at this time, is that with is that Dirk and them?
No, Dirk had just left.
Okay.
So that band first, you know, I was trying to get my artist signed to Lil Durk. So I ended up connecting them. You know, I've been knowing Durk for years, you know, and I said, man, you know, I ain't never asked you for no favor, bought you nobody with no music or shit. He actually did some records for me before. And I'm like, man, look, I got this artist. You gonna love her, you know, because as soon as I seen it, I said, yep, this will move. I know he finna love you. So he came in town for a show. You know, I met him at the Room and played the little video that we shot. We only had like 2 videos for. And he's like, man, I want to sign and this and that. So we ended up going down this crib in Atlanta, recording a whole lot of music. He ended up throwing home his Only the Family album. And we made an agreement like, man, I'm finna put her out here. You know, if she signed it to me, I'm for sure, you know, she was all with it. Then Def Jam called. We say, you know, we let them know, man, we finna be flying out to Def Jam. And, you know, you might as well come on with us so we can see, like, just see what they talking about, you know. And then he was like, just going out there. We get out there. Paul Rosenberg ain't want us to leave. He ain't want my artist to leave. Like, what we got to do to get the deal done? And so she just ultimately decided, you know, she'd rather go with him and just pave her own way versus ride another artist. You know what I'm saying? Wave, this was her chance to shine, basically, and it'd be about her. So,
You think that was a good decision?
No, it wasn't a good decision. It was a good mindset to have, you know, but it definitely wasn't a good decision because, like Dirk said, like these labels, I just left them for a 5-album deal. He like, man, these labels don't really care about you. I care. So she could have put out records and she could have flopped on the records, but if this is your brother and he love you, he could keep trying. He could throw that shit out there a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
and he probably know more what it's like to flop, too.
And he know what it's like to flop. He know exactly what she need. He had big plans. Like, man, we're going to get into the Tattoo the Ink magazine is gonna be like my twin, my female twin, and he had plans, man. I was hurt that we ain't pick him, but it was a team of 3. You know, I managed her with my former cousin. My former business partner, which is my cousin.
It's a former cousin.
Yeah. My former business partner, that was my cousin, and that's how we roll, man. If you get outvoted, 2 beat 1. Because I'm like, man, let's hold out. Let's wait for Dirk right quick. You know what I mean? So, because he really was in it, man. And I knew that was the move. And now he one of the top artists,
right. Yeah.
if not the, so.
So what would you consider that? Like for other artists, what can they learn from that? Like as far as, having a deal,
Mm-hmm.
and then she filled her obligation and they just didn't sign her, or did they drop her?
Well, yeah, we definitely got dropped from Def Jam, and that was just because Def Jam was kind of a little shit show. It was turning into a little bit. We definitely got to see the insides and outs. It was just a bad time. They kept switching. Like right now, they still switching CEOs. So a new CEO came in and was like, whatever I see that ain't making money, if I ain't got the money back, yeah, then he gave a lot of money up front. He gave a pretty penny up, and they look up and see they ain't seeing the numbers and shit that they wanted to see. So what artists can learn from it is, it's the bird in the hand thing, Don't let go that bird in the hand for them 2 in the bush. Them 2 in the bush ain't guaranteed. You was already locked in, with artists, and then all money ain't good money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They had more money up front, but I think the longevity would have came on the back end with Dirk,
Yeah. A lot of people compare NIMIC to, like, I think Coyle Ray.
Yeah.
And some people like to say, I don't know how many people say it, but I know it's been said that industry people like to steal the styles of smaller artists, and then because they bigger, and they said that about Coyle Ray. What do you think about that? Like they styles, it's a similar?
Yeah, it's similar, but NIMIC a beast. Coyle Ray can't really, like NIMIC, I watched her really, she's the first real studio rat that I've ever met, and I done been in studios with, like and that's why Dirk loved her. Boy, they stay up to 5 in the morning going back to back to back on songs. She just filled with talent and everything. And Coyle Ray could have, because when we did the, what's the name of that? We was in LA. We did the little camp, the writing camp at Paramount, the Undisputed. Mm-hmm. So she got signed in, and they put her in that little camp with YK Osiris and all of them. Everybody was at the writing camp, and Coyle Ray was there. And NIMIC was kind of the excitement around that. The whole label was excited about her because she just a beast. Her talent undeniable,
So, I'm saying, like, so what? Was she just not marketable then, or what?
It ain't even really about being marketable. Sometimes, it take that time to get in and get on, She got songs with some of the goats of our culture, of the new generation, I linked her with Sosa, I linked her with Cowboy, I linked her with, she got extensive work with Dirk, and you can have all of that, but it still got to be your time, and you got to be able to wait it out, keep a level head, you know what I'm saying? And it just ended up being, just not her time in that time, but, she'll get her time.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, fashion though. So where was Levels at in the mix of all of this?
Oh, that's when we started it. Like, Levels was big, and NIMIC helped Levels a lot. What Dirk really, put out, he was wearing the shit to shows, and we
Dirk had on Levels?
Oh yeah, he definitely wore it a lot. He used to come to shows, and as soon as he come in town, they hit us. We get them smooth together, and then that's what really Minnesota really started just picking up on it, and just seeing we wasn't just just look away brand, and we was really just going to buy pieces from stores and just putting our patches on jackets and this and that. We wasn't getting no real shit manufactured until a little after that. We seen it start picking up. Yeah. But Levels was in it. We'll make sure we had NIMIC and the Levels in the videos, and anywhere we went, we leveled up and having people follow the Instagrams and all of that. So Levels was there doing the whole ride.
So I mean, I want to go like to the origin though.
Yeah.
Like what, you know, the name, where it comes from.
Yeah.
What's that?
The name Levels came from, well, me and my former partner came up with it in like 2013, 2014.
Mhm.
And, you know, I was approached like, look, let's go on business, let's do something, let's do that. There was other names that had like level in it and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, if we do levels, you know what I'm saying? I was always like, man, they got to be levels. They got to, you know, like Gucci and all that, Burberry, all of that. It's like one word. And, you know, it was a whole lot of other stuff that I didn't agree with around the thought of the name, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up fine-tuning it and getting it together, man. And we went in, found the space. As soon as we found the space over St. Paul next to Tiffany's, yeah, we went and signed the lease in like 2015. And, you know, then we just working on trying to get it up and get our inventory, this and that. So we really opened a year and a half later. We were just paying rent on that joint, you know?
Yeah. So it was St. Paul first?
Yeah, it was St. Paul first. And then 2016, I ended up, you know, my man City ended up he had the 713 Lake Street joint. And it was already set up. He had the store. He had a nice little store there.
This a different partner? Or this is the same, from the cousin?
No, this, who had the store already? No, this is just a buddy of mine, a partner of mine. Yep, he had the store over there. And he said he just ready to get up out of there. I'm like, man, look, what you want, I need it. You know, he had a couple other people trying to get it. So I just cashed him out, you know, bought him out, and then went in, you know, cashed the landlord out for the space. Then we just built that bitch out, you know, had the studio in the basement, store upstairs. But then because the area we was in, we really ain't, you know, we couldn't do both because we got all this equipment downstairs. And when we go home at night, boy, you know, Lake Street, they know how to get in that joint. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't really opened it up like Levels, and we here, you know. Well, we waited till like 2018, I think it was 2018, the Super Bowl day. We just tested it, did the little opening.
So y'all started it together?
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
So it was like, I mean, was it who idea, or was it just like a collective idea?
It was a collective idea. It was definitely my former partner idea to say we should go into business and we should get gold. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, you know, she know my network already. I've been head of network. You know, my character just said, you know, I just know how to get business done. So I've always been business minded and I'm creative. You know what I'm saying? So just like, man, let's do something. And I had the bread, you know, so I'm like, all right, well, let's do it. You know, after seeing me throwing money away in all these shows, and, you know, I'm like, well, let's get it. Where it's at, you know, she found the first little spot over there. Like, it's a spot open. Let's go get it. And we went and got that joint.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a collective. It was kind of her idea that she brought to you. I want to talk about like business partners though. You know, like, is it always a good idea to have a partner, or like, should you be looking more to do independent stuff? Or you going into business, what should be your mindset?
Man, when you go into business, your mindset should be business first. You know what I'm saying? Keep the personal out. You know what I mean? You gotta just get it all away. That's just what I learned from it. You know, I was on a long journey of just trusting, and, you know, and like I said, my former partner was my relative as well. So our mamas is sisters and our daddies is brothers. So we double kin, you know?
Yeah.
And we went into business and we didn't have our business right. Man, we ain't know what we was doing, man. We were, you know, we just jumped out there. And then as we got to go on, we just learning stuff. And, you know, then all the other stuff started happening. You know, I get to digging up and seeing, you know, what's going on really.
So you say cousins. Was that like Minnesota cousins, or is that like blood cousins? You know, Minnesota, everybody cousins.
Oh, yeah. No, this blood. Our mama's sisters and our daddies is brothers. So we double kin. You know, it was like real deal, super family. You know what I'm saying? Like, share the same grandma and the works, you know?
So was it like Levels? What Levels was in the works at all before y'all came together?
No, not at all. No, it was some other stuff called, it was Fresh, and then, so we had something called Fresh Level. I've been Neil Fresh Level. in like 2014. That was when we got up with Dirk and started doing these little jackets. And I'm like, man, let's hurry up and get this down for somebody in Chicago tried to steal it. And you know what I'm saying? So we did the I've Been Neil Fresh Level. And
that was before though, right?
Yeah, that was before. We didn't really get it established with the Secretary of State, which is public record. You know what I'm saying? 2015, we did the Levels exclusive fashion with the Secretary of State. But we've been discussing it from 2013. You know, when I seen her with, you know, it had the PH, RESA, you know, and I'm like, man, that look like baby fat. I'm like, that's kind of dated, putting the PH instead of the F. You know what I'm saying? So we end up just fine-tuning things and getting it together, but now levels wasn't in the works at all, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, was there like pieces in stores or anything like that? Like,
no,
it wasn't to that point either?
No, not, we had a little vinyl presser machine. I remember saying like, man, you should just do just levels, just one word. And, you know, we used to always brainstorm and everything. And I think we put like one piece in the store. It's like a little shirt or two, you know what I'm saying? We even used to go and hang stuff up in stores, act like it was in the store. You know what I'm saying? Go up there, put that thing on the hanger, take pictures, and, you know, so it was a lot of that, you know, trying to just get the brand out there and look like it's a powerhouse, basically, you know?
So it was like different, what is it called? Different like entities or something of levels?
No, it wasn't. We the only one that we did of levels is a Level exclusive fashion from 2015 that we went and got.
Right.
It was other stuff with the name Level in it. You know, it was never, it wasn't like out there. It was just little pieces. We used to put that on different stuff. Used to say it in songs I used to record and, you know, just stuff like that. But no, Levels ain't started until we sat down and got it together and went down to the Secretary of State and made it official.
And you basing that on the Secretary of State, right? That's what you saying, like that's official when it's registered?
Yeah, it's official. But then see a lot of people get it mixed up, man. And it's a assumed business name is what it's under. So you can go on there right now and go buy 1,000 names and just pay, you know, I think then it was like $35, $40. I think now it's probably $50. But you just basically paying that and you stamping it, basically saying this is mine, this is my idea.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have it trademarked or none of that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, after the Minneapolis store ended up getting burned down in 2020, you know, and me and my cousin was like, you know, we had different visions of where to go from there. You know, we was left with the smaller space and
Y'all wasn't on Lake Street no more?
No, that thing was burned to the ground.
Lake Street got burned down?
Yeah, Lake Street got burned down. St. Paul, we was left with that. It's a real small space. It's almost like a pantry side. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, man, and I had a network in Rochester. So after it burned down, I just put a lot of hoodies in the trunk, went down there and built back up. And that's what God did, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I know, but like, talk about that. Like, it got burned down. That's crazy. How did your business get burned down?
Man, so we was out protecting the St. Paul joint. And you see, we went viral for that with the vice president, them sharing it and tweeting it. And so everybody, you know, the whole town, like, man, they out there, you know, they ain't going to Levels, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was like, it was a game, but this was serious, you know, because it's something that we built. And this is something my kids love and our parents is proud of. So we was out there, you know, I'm out there putting my life on the line for it, you know? And the next day, I'm over at the Minneapolis joint. You know, I got my man them riding around, you know, a little militia around there, you know what I'm saying, patrolling the area. Then that's when they had that curfew. Yeah. So I'm like, the National Guards pull up on the block. I said, you know what, they got this. You know, we leave. Man, we end up getting the call from the property manager, like, look at your camera, like, y'all still there? Because he was happy to know, like, okay, y'all out there protecting the building. He's like, look at the camera, man. I see smoke on the camera. We fly over there. So when we fly over there, we watch the thing crumble, you know? So them people, they was purposely trying to burn down shit in front of the National Guard. So I wasn't thinking that, you know, I would have still stayed there. But then somebody said, what if you would have been in there and, you know, couldn't get out because our studio's in the basement? But, you know, God don't make mistakes, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So it burned down. What happened after that, though? I mean, what, like, y'all just lost it? I mean, I know it's business insurance and stuff. What was the next plan?
Man, we ain't had no insurance at all. The because the pandemic too, you know what I'm saying? So you couldn't even, man, it was when it was crazy in the pandemic time. We couldn't go outside. You got curfews on that too, you know? So, you know, that's crazy. I just thought about that. The rise was going on when you weren't even supposed to be out there. So everybody had masks on, was supposed to have them on, right? So, yeah, it got burned down. And then I remember I got the call from my former partner, like, the news out here, they want to come do an interview after I was just up all night, protecting them joints.
On the day of the actual fire, we had the business boarded up to prevent the looters. We took turns rotating shifts, guarding the businesses. They eventually still ended up getting in and looting and setting it on fire. Me and my cousin business partner, we stood there on the corner and we watched the business go up in smoke and we watched it collapse to the ground.
Like the news out here, I'm like, man, you going to take that interviews, you know how to handle it, you know
business
what I mean?
Partner, you talking
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. I'm like, you going to take that interviews, I'll be out there later. I ain't trying to get in front of no camera right now. This shit real, I ain't cut up, no nothing, so... Then she called me like, yeah, they said we should put a GoFundMe up because it's finna be on national news and people will help build it back. We ain't got insurance. And she like, I just put the GoFundMe up. I'm like, oh shit. I ain't really want to look like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it back out the mud type person. I'm like, I ain't really want no handouts and everything. So, man, everybody came together. I looked up. That thing was like, it got to almost 22,000. But I ain't get a dime of it.
So she made the GoFundMe and she just let you know like it's already made?
Yeah. Her lady made the GoFundMe on behalf of us. And next thing you know, the organizer, which was her lady, ended up taking the bread. That was the part of the plan me. It was, played me for, and that was change really, you know what I'm saying? 22 grand. And so I didn't get $1 of it. And I still get people right now emailing, calling, saying, man, I'm happy you built back up. I donated this and I donated that. And are you still going to do Levels Minneapolis? And that we paid to Levels Minneapolis. Is it the Mall of America? I'm still waiting to see Levels Minneapolis too, if you know what I'm saying.
Right. So the GoFundMe was to rebuild or?
It was to rebuild Levels Minneapolis, and it's almost 3 years. And them people took them, somebody took somebody money, and then and it don't sit right with me just because that was around the time, and it's even times now where these people got families, they got all type of stuff, man. Gas is high. Like if they really going in a bank account to say, I'm finna help this stranger, I'm finna give you $100, even if it was $5. I'm doing it for this cause, not for you to just put in your pocket and go run off and do whatever, So that was my thing, is I just don't want no donors. Whoever did donate, thank you. It was kind gesture, but it just was, it didn't come to me, not $1 of it,
Well, you think that was a trend though, around that time? Like for businesses? Like to make GoFundMes?
Yeah, that definitely was a trend. And I didn't want to go with the trend, you know what I mean? But by us doing it, we just ended up being a part of the trend. And another trend was a lot of people were scamming around that time. So I ended up a victim of that. And, people think they were helping me rebuild my joint, because I would have definitely had the Levels Minneapolis rebuilt if somebody donated the money to me.
Yeah.
So
when it comes to like designs and logos and like the, the whole look of it and all of that. So like, who came up with that?
Oh, we both did. Collaborative work. It wasn't one piece that went out without us both collaborating on it. And like I said, we're in the litigation right now, but most of that stuff is part of the discovery and everything, man. This phone I got, brother, got so much stuff in it. All we do is go back and forth to do this work. How about this? No, I'll change this up. Change this. I think we should do this. And I think we should. So it was all collaborative, work. Because I had a lot of money on the line. So, I wanted to make sure everything was right, approve everything. And I wanted to stay in the background really because, people know my network and everything. And I wanted to sit back and at least wait until my net worth match my network. You know what I'm saying? Then y'all will find out once we out the way and we own, you know what I'm saying? But, you know.
So, I mean, is it more than one levels? I mean, even if it has a different name behind it or something like that, is it more than one levels registered?
Man, let me tell you
With the
this.
state of Minnesota?
Let me tell you this, man. So we did the 2015 levels, exclusive fashion, right? And then I was doubled back on, and I spoke about this in another interview. I was doubled back on in 2017 in March, and my former partner signed on behalf of a signing agent. So just to educate everybody out there, you know, if you got a business, right now, if me and Malik had a business, I don't have to be there if he's signing for something. If he's signing on behalf of our company, you will put Malik of Levels. You know, so if y'all look on the Secretary of State, which is all public record, it was both of our name on the 2015. And then, you know, I think she took hers off since then because now, you know, you're trying to backtrack and cover up stuff, right? But 2017, it's BRANDY of Levels on there. And that's something I didn't know about, you know, so we still moving and grooving. And, you know, that was her job to do the registration stuff and the clerical work and all of that, right? So I look up and, you know, we end up having a record deal and traveling and everything since then. So when we end up splitting, you know, she just told me, hey, and I trademarked the logos in their mind. We met on like July 12th. And I'm like, trademark the logos? How's, you know, so I go back and I just said, let me get on here myself. And man, I seen 2017, it was trademarked under BRANDY of Levels, right? And then I looked up and seen on July 2nd, 10 days before we met, she tried to do a federal trademark. And then that's when I'm like, oh man. So I said, I was really, you know, laying with a snake. So I just went and just hired one of the best trademark attorneys in the USA. So he's waiting.
So the first trademark was, you saying the first trademark was 2015, you saying?
Yeah, it wasn't a trademark. It was just we got a assumed business name with the Secretary of State. So yeah, the first time that we put anything down on Secretary of State is for Levels is 2015. Yeah. And my name's still on that right now. And everybody be putting up this public record. But, you know, these people crazy, man. You wouldn't believe, you can't make this up. You know, Malcolm X said, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. These people won't read for nothing, man. There's so many, it's the dumbest people in the world sharing it and saying, you know, they sharing this post. You know, I get posts every week. It's posts about me saying, don't spend money with him and he ain't authentic and he ain't. And these people that know me and know they done started, they done been inside my businesses and establishments, but, you know, is people want to, you know, a lot of people don't like to, it's a lot of black on black hate, like I said before, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, was it business like that y'all was doing that was like under exclusive fashion and then like other business that wasn't under that?
No, we did Levels and then we didn't even go and get our music side of Levels registered or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just was saying, you know, Levels. So I think we ended up even going to get that. And it was her job to go sign, so she went to sign for both our names for Levels Productions or something like that, I think we had, or Levels Recordings.
So these are different LLCs though, right?
Yeah, it was different. And it wasn't even an LLC then. You know, it's an LLC now. You know, mine's an LLC, but it wasn't even LLCs then. It was just assumed business names. Like I said, man, we both, and I take credit for that. You know, I take accountability for that, not credit. But our business just wasn't right at all, you know. And that's why I be preaching to people, man, make sure y'all business right. Even if you got to go and hire somebody, you know what I'm saying? Don't end up like me having to fight for something you done paid, you know, and to sacrifice everything for. And, you know, people just don't want to see it, man. This is why. You know, this is what God doing. You know?
So it's just you two, though, right? It's no other partners?
No, it was just us two. But, you know, I ended up finding out, you know, it was other partners in the past on this and that. Like, it was a track record there of just getting over doing people dirty, you know what I mean? And, you know, when you love is blind, you know what I'm saying? When you love somebody, man, like, and that's my cousin. I still love my cousin, you know? It's just, I just can't rock with, you know, certain characters and everything, you know, once you show them colors.
Were you too busy though? Like, You think you was too busy or something?
Yeah, I ended up, that was around the time, man, I was having kids and, it was a lot. And then I wanted to just trust, and then I'm talking about I was with somebody that was talking a good game, like, I got this registered already. I took care of that for us. And we got to get the taxes filed. I filed it already. And all this and that. And I'm just taking it for face value, not saying, let me see, stuff like that. So, man, we was moving dumb out here. And I was probably the dumbest moving, it was just moving too fast,
So at this point, have you tried to trademark anything?
No, what I did do was, this lie that's going around saying like Levels is trademarked. What I did was I filed an opposition to the trademark. So right now, me or my former partner don't own the trademark. Has not been assigned to nobody because I was able to catch the deadline with my trademark attorney. And it ain't assigned to nobody. So it's just crazy, man. And that's all public record. If you go on there, it say trademark is not assigned until the end of our litigation, and then it's on the judge to see what's, what's what. But you got people out here lying, it's trademarked, and I own the trademarks, and it's public record. And these people ain't looking for public record at all. They just sharing anything. Man, I really see what these celebrities and everybody go through, but that internet's something else, And I can get out interneted any day. I can get out lied, you can out internet me, but you can't out business me and out grind me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how do the family feel about this though? Y'all blood cousins.
Yeah.
How do family feel about this?
Oh man, the family split up. I got some that got to watch it happen and they weren't happy with themselves. And so, you got family, it's somebody jealous in their family. So they happy to see it. You know what I'm saying? On both of us, because we, like I said, we was on to something, you know what I'm saying? It was historic for our family, for even two family members to come together and even try to do something positive without fighting and, you know what I mean? And so, the family was kind of split up, you know what I mean? And we had deaths in the family, that splits families up. So it's just crazy, man. A lie will break up everything, man, Lies is dangerous.
So I mean, if you had to define roles though for Levels, for the business, what would you say your role was?
My role was the business, the networking. My role was the investing. I was funding everything, and my role was the creative control. I was making sure that whatever we was gonna put out was right, and I was trying to make sure we put out quality products. I know. Like I said, man, my former partner, he was printing on Fruit of the Loom and all of that type of stuff. And I'm like, stuff disintegrating. The print guy, like, man, they used to disintegrate in the heater, shrinking up while you got the screen print. And I'm like, man, if we gonna do it, let's really put some money in it. So that's when I wanted everything to, and it's crazy, we sitting in Mall of America, when we got the St. Paul store, it was so little. I said, man, I got to make this look like a Mall of America store, So with the help of even, my lady at the time, my kid's mama, she loved designing. And so me and her just went in, and just got alligator walls for the dressing room, chandelier in the dressing room. Now this is like a pantry size, I went ahead, my man, them build custom shelvings and got custom countertops and, nice lights. We lit it up, so we made do with what we had,
Yeah. So, I mean, again, the branding and the designs and the logos, that was all collective.
Yeah.
Right? That was all collective. So, when you say collective, did you help design it, or did it not just get cleared until y'all both said it was good?
Oh, no, I helped design the logo that everybody, know us for, our signature logo with the L's. And all that, that was me helping. I said, we need, we'll go back and forth, sit in the car over a nice one. You know what I'm saying? And just go back and forth. It should be this. It should be that. So some of the time I'll tell her, it got to look like this. It got to look like that. And then it was her job she went and hired, she already had one of the graphic designers that we both was paying. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, just me paying them. He's do flyers and this and that. So I'm like, let's put the name up under there. I was kind of trying to have it look like a Gucci or Chanel or something like that,
Yeah.
And then in like 2017 or something, we ended up, I said, man, we need an animal. You know, like I was, you know, just saying, you know, I'm like, man, we need a character or something like that. You know, I didn't want it to be like a cartoon character or nothing. And we ended up just talking about it, building one out. I'm like, man, we need to do the L's and the I's, whatever we got on there. And, you know, we just all put it together. And, you know, I ain't here to nitpick like what we did. We collaborate.
No, I only asked that because, you know, like sometimes people got different roles in business. So sometimes, you know, your role, like you said, might be the business. And then somebody might have the creative role. Yeah. But you need both.
Yeah, you need
together,
both.
You know?
And you need the fun that you can have. It's just like what you said about the artist, man. You can be the dopest artist in the world. Ain't nobody gonna hear you. And yeah, you came with the idea and say, hey, I'm a rapper. We can go out and get in rap, but you finna need an investor. You finna need a manager. You finna need somebody that can move and shake. You finna need somebody that can get in rooms and know how to work their way around the room and speak with people. And so that was one of my strengths. It still is my strength. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it came together. And don't get me wrong, like my former partner is definitely creative, can come up with some stuff, and you know, but what we built that together. You know.
What about the lion logo though? The lion? Yeah. What talk to me about the lion logo.
Well, it's really a buy-in. It's like a hybrid animal. It's really like a bear mixed with a lion. And that was what I said. Like we needed a character or something.
Oh, that's the one with the eyes.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one with the L's in the eyes. Okay. And then I'm like, we got to dress them in levels. So then that's why we end up putting them on the, you know, the level shirt and stuff like that. And you know, we just both put in ideas and got it up to where it's at. But that lion, boy, that thing looked treacherous before we went through like 4 or 5 of them and like, how about this one? No, that ain't it. That ain't it. And, you know, we end up coming up with the right joint.
Was that supposed to be like a picture of your co-partner? The lion logo? Like, was that like
no, man, I didn't hear about that till we broke up, man. Man, listen, I didn't hear about that till there was a rap, you know what I'm saying?
Is she a Leo, right?
And we split. Yeah,
Leo, right?
Yeah,
so
she is.
Attach it to the sign and all of that.
I guess, but you know what I'm saying, that the lion, the buy-in is a bear and the lion. So you know what I'm saying? Some people come in and call it a bear. We even call it the bear. When we was posting, we'll put bear on it. We'll use the bear emoji. And then right now you look up and see, she even called it the bear. You know, so the whole lion stuff, man, is all lion. You feel me? That stuff, man. But people will say anything, man. You know, when the hate don't work, you already know how they go. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I just want to talk about a little bit like the concept though about the logo, like the meaning and stuff. Because I know it's like a powerful meaning. Just what do it mean? You know?
What levels means? Levels for us now. You know what I'm saying? Means levels of life. Because that's just, it speaks on, you know, what I've been through and what everybody is going through. We just all experience different levels of life. And then that comes levels of success. So it's a deep meaning, man. And it really, really hit me. You know, I'm down in Rochester. I had a store there since 2020. After we ended up splitting, I ended up going to get a store at the Apache Mall in Rochester. So we were next to the Mayo Clinic, the top clinic in the world. Well, we got people from all over the world coming there. We got princes and queens and all type of stuff, you know, coming there weekly. And so, and then you seeing cancer patients, you seeing people that just got heart transplants and that just had brain surgery and people that's on their last week. And it just ended up just meaning way more. Like this brand is bigger than me and my former partner right now. You know what I mean? So.
So, I mean, if she was to say, like, how did I snake them? It's public record. What would be your response to that?
My response would be, go on public record. So here you go. You're going to see 2015. Me and my former partner, you're going to see my name on there since 2015. I don't know nobody that, I be wondering, do people think that I was hired or worked for somebody or what? You know what I'm saying? I've been a entrepreneur and the boss my whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's how my mom and daddy raised me. What was I there for? What was I risking my life and then just doing like, come on, man. Or was I supposed to, when we signed the artist, was we only supposed to use Levels for music? Or why was my name on Levels Exclusive Fashion? in 2015. That don't say nothing about music, right? Why would we have this of levels in 2017? Like, what do you mean of levels if me and your name on there in 2015? That trumps anything that come behind that. So for the people that don't know, if you ended up starting a business right now, if me and you start selling waters, you can't go and just trademark this 2 years later because you beat me to it. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? We already on record selling this water, both our intellectual property in 2015. So after we ended up splitting,
So if she does, or if someone does, if I do go get a trademark,
yeah,
it's still both of ours trademarked it.
Yeah,
They look at it like both of us.
So this how God work, you know. If you tried to go and get it without me, you know what I'm saying. I don't even know how I ended up. You know, she ended up telling me that it's trademarked. And if she would have not told me, you know what I'm saying, she probably could have ended up having the trademark, you know, but she couldn't take it. You know, she had to tell me, and I went and seen it, went and got it stopped. So it's opposed right now, and you know, it's very unlikely that, you know, anybody could believe that I'm not a owner or a owner of this intellectual property if my name been on it since 2015, and you just not went for a federal trademark in 2020. So we've been in business for 5 years already. So that's way too late to start saying, I'm trademarking this, I own this. So the embarrassing part to it is, you know, and that's why nobody ever hear me even talk about it. You know, I've been getting for 3 years, I get posts, I get people sending me pictures of posts and don't spend money with them. It's not authentic. It's not, and ain't nothing but the dummies that share it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen one business person or somebody who's smart enough to, or got businesses or own business. I ain't seen one intellectual person that co-signed and share because everybody know. They're like, huh? If you telling me go look at public record, I'm finna go look. And I see this man's name on it. You know what I'm saying? So in 2020, if you look, man, it's like 26 different variations. My former partner went and did a assumed business name on of all these different, like it looks crazy.
Like that's what I was saying, like levels,
It's
exclusive fashion, then levels, something else.
It's levels LVLS levels this, man. If y'all go and look at this on Secretary of State, it's really embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing that I'm happy about or nothing. So I just been staying quiet, man, and just being obedient, you know, not trying to be messy because God already given me my blessings. Most of the people who that dumb to believe that, I kind of don't want them to be, you know what I'm saying, shopping and around me anyway. So like I'm in a mall where it's 82,000 people a day annually. You know what I'm saying? So these people don't care nothing about what's going on. They just want some good fabric and some nice designs, man. And that's what I was able to get for them, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but just to go back to the funding piece of it, though. Would you say you did all of the funding or majority? Or?
Yeah. I went and got all of the funding. Anything that we needed the stores. I went in and paid down for both of them. We both shared the St. Paul store. And well, I could take that back. When we got the St. Paul store, you know, I paid the money down. And then, like I said, we had it still waiting a year and a half. But the rent was like $600 or something, $650 or something. So we were just chipping in $325 a month. And we're just keeping it over there. Then, you know, I went and got the funding and built out the St. Paul store. Then got the funding and put our first order inventory in there to even get some money even going in. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have any partners outside of?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
So when you funded it, it's all your bread?
Yeah, it was all mine. And, you know, I got friends and family and stuff that kick in and help if I did need something, you know, because, you know, it was times that I needed something. You know, it wasn't just I had $1 million sitting up. You know what I'm saying? So after, you know, taking care of all type of stuff, it'd be a time you like, man, damn, we got to make this move. This shit, 20 racks. I'm 5 short. Give me, you know what I'm saying? So we made it work, man. Like you got to do with everything in life, you know?
Did you change the names of your stores though? Like what was the name upstairs?
The name down the hall was Levels. It was LVLS House of Hoodies. Mm-hmm. And that was based on, it was just a concept that was doing to, first off, try to separate a little bit, and then second off, that's what got me back in the game. You know what I'm saying? After the store burned down and we separated, all I had was hoodies. And so I did a pop-up at the Apache Mall in Rochester. And man, them people showed up and showed out. They was buying all them hoodies up in the middle of the summer. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right. And then the mall people approached me like, man, we want you to stay. You know, I had lines around the corner. We got a spot for you over here. And so when I got over to the spot, it was an old Gymboree. So it was shaped like a house in the front, you know, the little kids store. And I ain't want to put too much money into the store. I'm like, man, they got to be somewhere house. So I'm like, I'm throwing hoodies in his house of hoodies. So it was just a concept that I wanted for the duration of that lease, but I've always been levels.
So, I mean, was that an LLC, though? Did you make that?
Yeah.
So you made Levels, House of Hoodies?
Oh, yeah, I got my business all the way straight because that was an eye-opener for me. So I got a strong team around me. Most of the people that's on my team now, you know, they got MBAs and doctorates and, you know, so my business is 100% straight, you know. We're a good, viable business, not a taxpaying business. That give back to the community, you know what I'm saying? I give back annually. I just had the back-to-school drive with our hometown hero, you know, Marcus Shells from the Vikings. He, you know, did 10 years with them. They love him down there. You know, I be doing in-stores, man. We give back like 2-3 times a year, give back thousands of dollars and give people raffles to win up to $500 shopping sprees and donate to cancer societies and just all that, man. I'm just, you know, just doing my just due.
Man. So, I mean, is this a situation that can be figured out, though? I mean, blood cousins, though, you know?
Yeah.
Can this be mediated?
I mean, man, we have mediated. You know, I can't speak on the details of the mediation. You know, we mediated in private with just all our family there, but we just dealing with somebody different, you know? You know, I'm open for it. You know, I don't care I care more about family and my family's well-being. If it's other family members around me hurt, you know, I've always been that family person. You know, I got kids and dealing with somebody who don't really care about, you know, that type of stuff. So it's going to be straightened out because God's straightening it out as we speak. So, you know what I mean? And I can't stress over stuff I can't control. So,
but I mean, so you say y'all, it's a lawsuit right now, right?
Yeah, it's a civil lawsuit. Yeah.
So, who initiated that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm the initiator in it, and then like what you're supposed to do. If somebody sues you, you're supposed to put a countersuit in. You know. So I initiated it, and the countersuit was on my business, but we still talking about 2015 here. You know what I mean? With my name on it. So I'm ready to see how that play out. But yeah, I definitely initiated it because I had no choice. When I went, we agreed to split everything 50-50. And like I said, we're going to end up doing a part 2. Because I just already know it's finna still be live. Because this is a dumb crowd out here, man. This is crazy, man. You know, it's a dumb crowd out here that still don't care. It's just like, I don't care. I don't want this black man to look successful instead of being a part of this. You know, this is historic right now, what we've been doing. You know, the mall management told me this is the first store this size of an independent brand, you know, self-brand up here. And it's just sad, man, that it's almost like the city and the state got robbed of this experience, you know, all over lies, and it's really greed, you know. And we still ain't got Levels Minneapolis built back, and them donors ain't got their money back yet, man. So,
yeah. But I mean, so what are you looking for though out of this? Like, what are you suing for?
Oh no, I'm only just suing for my rights, and this is what I was trying to say. Only reason that I had to put the suit in is because soon as I did the pop-up, I'm talking about soon as we split and agreed, we'll split everything 50-50. You do what you feel, because if this your baby, you going to make all the right choices you feel. You know, we was already we already started independently getting our own inventory and just, collabing on what we going to drop. Oh, you dropping that? Okay, well, I'm going to go and get these mini sweatsuits and this is the design I'm going to drop. And then now it's like, okay, you get what you pay. You get what you put out. So if I want to go to the crib and sleep for a week and don't make no money, then that's on me. You know what I'm saying? So I get in the pop-up, and the lady came to me with a cease and desist letter saying it was crazy, man, saying I just took somebody's brand and, you know, the lawyer's supposed to say what you want them to say. They just want your money. You know, so the lawyer writes some stuff like, yeah, that's not his brand, and he was only a part of Levels through music, and it's right there, 2015, Levels exclusive fashion, you know. So when I seen that and knew I had this opportunity to get this store, I was forced to, you know, put the lawsuit in and I'm only suing for my rights, my 50-50 rights of it, you know what I'm saying? And the brand wasn't even really worth nothing right then, but then and now we talking about pride, and I'm going to get somebody that's prideful and they feel like they have to, you know, as I made that move, now I got to stick with it. And this is principles for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's pride versus principles. And, you know, you don't just do nobody like that. So this for everybody, man, right now. You know, they can get crossed.
So everybody that was involved, like, I mean, you know, all the other parties that seen what was going on, did they pretty much choose a side?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot of side choosing. You know, I encourage people to not choose sides. You know what I'm saying? I've still never hated because I know what God do. I know about karma, good and bad karma. People come in the store. I never down talk nobody. You can't pull up one post where I'm down talking and saying, don't go spend no money with this lady who probably got to send my grandma $10 tomorrow if my grandma's short on something. You know what I'm saying? So I just been doing me, man, and it is people picking sides, even though and I've never seen this many people jump into a family business. There's so many outsiders that know we family, and they jumping in it, saying, don't go feed them, but then they going smiling in my kid's face. But you just sold the world to don't go and spend no money with his daddy. And it's man, I done saw some stuff, but this is all part of my growth, man. I changed a lot. You know, I growed up. You hear me? So, you can't pull up one, man, and every day is something. Don't go spend, don't go. And if I do a grand opening or if I do it's a whole lot of lies going on. And then, of course, and then I can't be mad at the people who don't know, you know? Because if I was in the background and chose not to get in these cameras and everything, you know, like all my little partners and them, you know, little artists and all that, I don't do pictures and shit with them. I ain't the grouped out, you know? But I was trying to pump my partner like, well, we need one of us got to be in it. So let me take this picture with you and look like you moving and shaking, and, you know, it's all my network. You know what I'm saying? So I just been sitting back.
Different roles.
Just different roles, you know what I mean? So I just been sitting back and just watching. I done seen a lot of people just, you know, do they side taking. I still tell people they come in, is this Brandy store? Oh, we got separate operations, but she might got something hot for you over there. You know, where hey, people try to come return stuff at our store. But it's real confusing. It's a bad look for the city, really, but that's what lies do. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't dare be still wasting my time or my dime on something that ain't mine right now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be investing all this money and time into something that's not mine. You know, so right now it's just about the lie, and then the lies that go out. I'm really doing this for, man, there's people that's dead behind lies. There's people that's in jail, you know, behind lies. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah. This one right here, this lie won't fly. So this is just, everybody see the outcome to it, you know?
Yeah. But y'all the top brand. Levels is a name in Minnesota, though, for sure. So
Thank you.
What does, how does other brands, how do they approach it? Do they pick sides as well?
You know what, man? I ain't seen one other brand owner pick a side, you know, since we've been open, man. It's all the real ones that come through. You know, I done seen some dudes that I done had in my studio. I done been helping and introducing the people and everything. I done seen them jumping and hearting. You know, somebody has sent to me like, damn, ain't this your man? I'm looking like, what the hell going on? But this is how it go, man. You know, people do not want to see.
Do you want them to pick sides then?
A black man? No, I don't want them to pick sides.
So they might be hardening it because they just like, you know, they might heart both things.
No, but if you harden something that's right now, that's, you know, heart right now in the social media world, from what I understand, is a cosign. It's saying, yes, I like that. shit, you ain't got to move over to do the heart. You know, the like is the easy one. You feel me?
Yeah.
You got to press that button and then move over.
Effort.
That's effort, right? And so I don't want nobody to pick sides, man, because at the end of the day, it's family. And by everybody else getting involved, man, I couldn't imagine sitting here and I hear you and your cousin going into it and I'm jumping in y'all shit.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't imagine it.
As soon as we get back together, we gonna jump you.
And now you feel me? Like right now, I still heard a motherfucker about my family. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. But these people just built different. It's a lot of people that just ain't happy about themselves. But if you notice, anybody that's jumping on that is just the ones who just not happy. They probably never won an award in their life. Probably never got rewarded for nothing. Probably never got called in class. Man, there's some real dumb people out here, man. And I've just been saying it turned into comedy for us now, you know?
Yeah.
Right now, the mall done got a letter. Like, boy, I got somebody who's obsessed with me. And anything that I do, I've been on the news 10 times. Boy, them people end up calling me after laughing like, yep, we got the phone call. And yep, and this and that. They laugh like, well, do you see this? And here's the crazy part, man. We talking about somebody who went on the news on USA Today. Right now, you can look it up. And it say, me and my partner. Now, first, you know, she out there crying in front of my location that I spent all the money on. It wasn't never a chip in on rent. It wasn't never none of that. And she out there crying and saying, we can lose this. I can lose this. This is all aesthetics. And I'm like, well, you damn right you can lose. You can lose it because you ain't push it in. I can't take this loss right now. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah, it's rest in peace, George Floyd. But damn, I'm over here crushed and hurt. Like, oh man, I just spent almost 80 grand in there for 5 years. I had that lease, you know?
Yeah.
And ain't get to get my turn. I ain't get to get my ROI out of it. So, and that's return on investment for, I know we got some people out here that ain't getting it, you know? But I ain't get to get that. So it's crazy, man. So anyway, on USA Today, it say me and my partner, Daniel. And I'm Daniel, y'all. You know, she is saying it and it's on her bio. And she telling people public way, and these people, that's why I said you want to hide something from a dummy. Put it in the book, man. These people ain't looking up and they ain't seeing that it say Daniel right there on it. And I'm on the Secretary of State. You can't make it up, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, like just show some love to some brands that you respect or you like how they moving. You like they work. Top brand. Who would you say top 3 brands in Minnesota?
The top 3. Oh, man, I think I've been asked that, man. And like I said, I've been so focused on this and I ain't even been able to look at nothing else because all this situation really turned me up. It turned me into a real beast. And, you know, I'm saying that as humbly as possible. This turned me into a beast, man. It just made me go harder. Like God just been blessing me. I ended up, like I said, I get my clothes manufactured, fabrics from the same place. Is essentials and all type of, man, I just got the Lululemon manufacturer now that's doing our leggings. And I've been just so in on ours and I be seeing brands and looking like, oh, that's tight. But I ain't never extensively looked and see nothing, you know what I mean? So it wouldn't be fair for me because I'm going to have 1,000 people mad at me if I even say a top 3 brands. But of course, the brands who's been out for a while is Captain Rebel. I like P. Will. He's real creative. I just like his stuff just look different, you know, because it just look authentic and, you know. And then I see I like that Lord Saint or Saint Lord, whichever one it is, that Ninja got. It's just a nice idea and it just, you know, it looks nice and simple and I think less is more. You know, even though I do some crazy shit still because I got these shorties that be wanting all type of crazy, but I'm more of a, you know, just clean cut.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, man, I appreciate the story for sure. Like, it's definitely something people want to hear. You know, everybody, you know, like you say, people is confused out here. You know? So being transparent when you don't have to be is a good thing. And you brought it to Trap Right. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. And friendly reminder, we open every day. I'm in malls. I've been open every day for the average of 10 hours. You know, that was a part of our visions, differences. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people like, you know, y'all only open from 12 to 4. And I'm looking like, and that's true. Somebody said, well, damn, who out at from 12 to 4? And then, you know, I looked up and when I started seeing all of the people who who believe in the nonsense. These are people who ain't got shit to do during the weekday, 12 to 4, when the motherfucker should be working and getting some money. You hear me though? It just really, it's a tell-all sign, you know, but this is different visions. So right now, I'm just exemplifying my vision. You know what I'm saying? We open all day long in the Apache Mall. We open all day long in Mall of America. Y'all ain't got to be scared to come in here and check it out. This is history right now. Just don't end up on the wrong side of history because we on our way up.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just since you just said that, I mean, you got to be working with somebody else, though, because how are you doing both? Rochester.
Well, first off, I'm always with I'm always with God, right? And right now I got a GM down there. You know what I'm saying? I put people in position over here where I'm at. We got a team of like 8. You know, these are people that's paying off their college. I got people paying off they got kids. You know, I pay about 8 employees every Friday. So that's what I'm saying. This is just bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? We feeding families. We giving back to the community. Y'all don't come to me talking about, I had somebody come in and say, why you ain't giving to the community you at? You done went all the way to Chicago to give out turkeys. And I said, man, listen, don't put my name in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving back to the people right here that ended up putting us on. You know what I'm saying? I love Minnesota. I was born in Minnesota, you know, and I'm doing this for Minnesota. I'm doing it foremost for my family. And this is just one, man. I'm in this to win this. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, sure, for sure. So one of the last things, if she said, "Come on, let's work this out," well, how would you respond? Or mutual, somebody in the family, you know, whoever the big homie is. Let's work this out. Let's figure this out. We family shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, we had that. We had that already, and I'm always still open, man. I'm open. I just like I said, man, if you done snaked or done ratted or something like that, is you know, you fooled me once. You know how that saying go. So I'm just really got my guards up, but it is it's a lot of success to be had out here with something that we done built. You know, and there's still ways that we can work something out. You got yours, I got mine. I had no problem saying, no, none of these designs, you want some design by her? Oh, you should go over there. That's what I've been doing for 3 years. And that's why God been blessing me. People come in the store and say, is this? Nope, but it's over there. But you should go check it out. She got to have your size or it should be something there.
But that's tough, though. I mean, you should be able to bring levels back to levels. Like if you returning something, I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel you. And so that's why it's obviously a differentiation. We are Levels LLC. Ain't nothing else on the end of it. We on Secretary of State. If y'all look at it, 2015 is right now. It's got my name on there, Levels LLC. So I ended up saying, why do all the extra stuff? We had Levels exclusive fashion, Levels this and that. I just made it real simple because I'm taking this thing international. You know, we got people we did shoots in Japan and Santorini, Greece, and you know, we really like, we've been blessed, man. Mayo Clinic is people coming there and shipping it out, Italy and Australia. And, you know, so this brand is definitely bigger than me. It's bigger than my former partner and it's bigger than Minnesota. So it's like, it's something we supposed to be prideful of because where I'm taking it with my vision, we're gonna, you know, anybody that ever bought a sock from us or a t-shirt, you know, you'll be able to be happy at it. Don't nobody want to look up and see. Like, that's why I was supporting you to hope they just get up off the ground, you know. So I've just been trying to evolve and not stay in the same spot. And, you know, some people like to stay in the same spot and they content. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'll just always want more and I got kids watching.
Yeah. Well, you gave a lot of gems, though, for sure.
Thank you.
I like to leave off on a gem, though. So just lastly, for the people, you know, give them something they need to hear. Give them something they need to hear at home.
All right, something y'all need to hear is always just be obedient to God. This is what he do. You know, believe in, you know, karma is real. And just stay down. Y'all gonna see, like, it's all type of bumps in the road, but long as you stay on that road, you're gonna make it to where you're trying to go. I'm living proof. I ended up having, building the brand up from the ground up. I ended up being shut out of our Instagram accounts and this and that, and it was looking like, you know, they thought they left me for dead, you know what I'm saying? But the worst thing, like I said before, is you try to leave somebody for dead and you look up and see they didn't die. You feel me? And so now this is what the repercussions is, you know. So, you know, they were supposed to spin the block back and back, you know, but it, you know, God got me here and he got me here for a reason, man. And we 3 years and going right now. Every day we just building, and I can't wait to see what the next 3 years do for us. You know, so everybody just stay focused on something that you got going on. Stay on your business, do some research. I don't care if you get on YouTube, go to YouTube University and search up stuff. Don't just take nobody's word for nothing. Make sure you got your name on stuff. Make sure you seeing what they saying they doing, because there's a lot of people can talk a real good game, you know, and say, I took care of this, or I did this and that is, all right, well, let me see. It shouldn't be a problem. Let me see if you did, you know, but just get out here and chase y'all dreams, man. These dreams can be caught. You know, I'm catching mine every day, and it's blessings that walk through the door every day. Like, man, it's been one right here.
Lastly, I forgot something. Did you put that video out?
No, man, no. Somebody else said it like, man, did you put? So if I would have put the video out, I got smoke that I could put out on the video, right? If I'm gonna clear it out, I'm ether. I'm gonna Nas ether, you know. So that'll be our part 2, maybe, where I come with the ether, because this right here light work, man. I'm talking about, we ain't pulled out no, we gonna have paperwork party next time. Let's call it paperwork party.
Okay.
You know, I just right now want to see, you know, it's finna be a lot of haters that's finna get to sharing this, having their opinions. It's only the dummies, you know. All the people that's movers and shakers in Minnesota never said one word about it. They don't even want to even hear about it, because they know they've been there from the beginning. And them the only people I was in rooms with is the people that's really on business and they moving and shaking, or they about something. And that's why people don't see me, because
and it's family business.
Yeah, and this is family business, man. It's unbelievable, these people. But if you sitting up lying, saying, you know, and this another thing before we go. It was the memo put out sounding like these people. If you would have just said, hey, y'all, my former partner y'all used to see me with, and, you know, this and that, doing this, I think it would have been a little different. But if you lying and made it like it's an old white man or a white corporation came and really took it, or trying to knock off, I can't wait to a day that this brand is big enough for somebody to knock us off. That means we really made it. Like, now that's, you know, that's flattering, but it's like, damn, we ain't at the point where nobody knocking us off yet. Like, when we get there, we made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, for sure. Appreciate you, though, man. Y'all heard it here first on Address It. We live in the mall. It's Buddah Bless.
Yeah. Let's get it. Come check us out.
We out of here.